Oh goodness! All right, guys. Well, I was extremely excited for today. All week I've been just so excited, and you guys know NFL draft, guys. I mean, it just ended. Uh, Cowboys picked at 31, had a 18th pick, and they traded down. How do you guys feel about that? I'll tell you how I feel about it. Let me start by giving you guys my draft board. Um, I had, and I'm trying to talk into my microphone here, guys. Sheriff Floyd is my number one guy on my draft board. Number one guy. I thought he'd go top six, top seven, at least top 10, and he dropped all the way to 23. Um, for guys, people that don't know who he is, defensive tackle out of Florida. Guy's a complete monster, a beast. Stuffs the run. And let me tell you why we need a defensive tackle if you already don't know. We have Hatcher, I think 31 years old. Jay Ratliff, 32, 33 years old. They're older. They're not young men anymore. We're moving to a 4-3 defense. We need defensive tackles. Sean Lissamore is not going to get the job done. Um, we don't have a great run-stopping defense as of right now. As of right now, we don't. We needed a defensive tackle. We had a lot of needs. We had needs, and I'm going to name off those needs right now. We needed a safety. We needed an offensive lineman, a couple offensive linemen. We needed defensive tackles, and we needed a running back. A running back wasn't going to be a first-round pick. I knew that Eddie Lacy was not a possibility. He was on my draft board. I knew that wouldn't happen. Same way I knew Monty Te'o wouldn't happen. I knew a linebacker wouldn't happen. Alec Ogletree I heard a couple people saying they really wanted him. He's a really fantastic player. Fantastic player. Cowboys don't need him. They don't need a linebacker. We obviously don't need a quarterback at this point in time. I don't feel like there is a quarterback in the NFL draft that is better than Tony Romo and will be able to compete. And plus, we need to get better. Drafting a quarterback at this time will not make us better. We need to win right now. I wanted to get that off my chest. Now, onto my draft board here. At number 2, my second choice for the Cowboys, I had Kenny Vaccaro, safety out of Texas. I'm a Longhorn fan, so I watched a lot of Texas football. I've seen him play many, many times. He's a nice player. Without a doubt, a very nice player. He'll hit you. If there was a play at Texas, he was involved in it 3/4 of the time. His senior year, our defense was not very good at Texas, but he is a solid football player. He was not available at 18, so that was scratched off. Number 3, here's what I wanted, and this is a guy I wanted. Call me crazy. A lot of people are. I've seen it on Twitter. Everywhere. People have not been anywhere near wanting to draft this guy. Tyler Eifert, tight end, Notre Dame. He was available. He got drafted at 21. Solid football player. You talk about a stud. I mean, this guy is a monster. You look at New England, all the success that they have had over the past couple of years with the double tight end set with Gronkowski and the other guy, for whatever reason, I can't think of his name. But you get the point. They've had a lot of success with the double tight end. And Cincinnati took that idea with Gresham and now him, Eifert. So they made a nice pick. I liked that pick from Cincinnati. Cincinnati decided, hey, we're going to take the best player available, and that's what they did. And I think they got a great pick. That was the third guy on my draft board. Didn't happen. He was there. Chance Womack, offensive guard. I knew he wouldn't be there. He wasn't. I didn't think he would drop that far, but that was a guy I badly wanted. Didn't think it would happen. Didn't have my hopes up. He was crossed off fairly early in the draft. He dropped a little ways, but not far enough to 18. Offensive tackle Justin Pugh out of Syracuse. Not a whole lot of people had him on their draft boards for an early first round pick. He was drafted 19th, so he was there. I was really high on him. I thought he was a fantastic player. A lot of people were really high on DJ Fluker. Me, I wasn't at all. I was very glad the Cowboys didn't take a pick on him. I just have not seen anything out of him that made me think, hey, he's going to be a star here in the NFL. So no, I was very happy to see that they didn't draft him. But again, Justin Pugh was a guy I was very high on. He was there at 19. Didn't take him. Star Lutalele, I can't say his name. He was not available. Defensive tackle, which we had a very strong need for here in Dallas. He was not available. But he was another guy on my board I was very high on. I didn't think he'd fall, and he did not. Sheldon Richardson, another defensive tackle out of Missouri, I was very high on. He did not show up, or excuse me, did not drop very far. He got picked fairly early. And now here's two guys that were there. They were at the bottom of my draft board, and I would have loved to have had them. Any of these guys, I would have loved the Cowboys to have drafted. Any of them. Before all this talk about the draft, about 2 weeks ago, I said, hey, Tavon Austin is the man. If he is there, they better take him. He's a game changer. We may not have a need for him, but he is a solid football player, and he can help this team. He didn't drop all of a sudden, guys. Every team wanted him. So that didn't happen. He was on my draft board. I crossed him out before the draft even started because I knew he wouldn't drop. Eric Reed, safety out of LSU. I badly wanted him. I thought he was every bit as good as Kenny Vaccaro, but he wasn't available. He was available. He was drafted after we already made our trade with San Francisco, which I'm going to get into momentarily. But he was available if we'd have stuck with the 18th pick. Didn't do that, and we didn't make a move on that. Sylvester Williams, another defensive tackle I was high on, went at 28. I was really hoping he'd drop to 31. He didn't. But I think the Cowboys, guys, I think they had their minds made up on who they drafted. Frederick, how do you like that name? Travis Frederick out of Wisconsin. He's a center and a guard. Guys, I'm not mad that we took him. I'm not mad that we took him. He's not athletic. He is not athletic at all. He's very, very strong, very intelligent, and he does a great job of snapping the football. You look back at all these bad snaps that we've had over the years for Tony. It's affected us, and he has not done that in college very often. I believe I saw 2 or 3 career snaps, bad snaps in his career. So that's good. But again, he would have dropped to the second round at least. We could have gotten him in the second round, possibly the third. That's how I want to start. So yeah, I'm not mad we got him. Not at all, actually. I think he might be a nice football player for the Cowboys. I'm angry that we drafted him in the first round. And I had him on my draft board. I did. I had him on my draft board for the third round. If he dropped, I wanted him in the third round. I had him on my draft board. He's a nice football player, but I didn't think there was any way. He didn't think there was any way he was a first round football player. Now, the trade. This is where I'm a little upset. Jerry Jones. I'm not one of those negative Cowboy fans. I don't cut down on Jerry Jones very often. Do I want a GM? Sure, maybe. It's not going to happen. I've given up on hope on that. I'm not going to rip on Jerry because he is what he is. I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm going to deal with what we have. I understand that. But this trade, we had the 18th pick. San Francisco had, I believe, 2 second-round picks. And all we got for them to move up 15 spots or 14 spots, whatever it was, all you got was a 31st pick and a 73rd pick. Oh my goodness. New England received 4 picks. 4 picks for a receiver. Jerry, you got ripped. You got ripped off, man. I mean, he got ripped off. It was a stupid trade. It really was. And again, I don't rip on Jerry Jones very often because I understand. And do I agree with everything he does? No. I certainly don't. But the fact of the matter is this. He is what he is. He is the owner of this Dallas Cowboys team. He's the general manager of this Dallas Cowboys team. Take it or leave it. It's what it is. He is what it is. No other way to look at it. That's the only way you can look at it. If you want to be a Cowboys fan, deal with Jerry Jones. That's the way I take it. So me cutting down on him does nothing, but this was not good. He struggled today badly. And past years I've been pretty happy with his draft pick choices. Des Bryant, Mo Claiborne, Tyrone Smith. I've been happy with those picks. This year, no, this isn't good. This isn't good. It's not that he's not a good. It's not that Travis Frederick's not a good football player. It's the fact that we traded up, or excuse me, we traded down, and didn't get anything, and then we pick a guy that we could have gotten in the second or third round. It makes no sense. It absolutely makes no sense. So tomorrow, guys, it's going to be interesting who we take. Geno Smith fell completely out of the first round. I was shocked. I really was. I didn't think there was any way he would. I'm not high on him. I'm not high on any of the quarterbacks. I think Landry Jones is as good as any of them, personally. I don't think EJ Manuel is much, but he was taken pretty early. So only one quarterback taken and no running backs in the first round. Wow. Wow. You don't see that very often. I'd like to know when the last time that's ever happened. But anyways, guys, well, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Well, I probably won't be able to talk to you guys tomorrow. I'll watch the draft. If you have me on Twitter at Colt Fleetwood, follow me. I'll be giving my updates on Twitter. I'd love to hear from you on there. I won't be on YouTube though. Probably for the rest of the draft. I usually just do the first round video and that's it. I will give you my input for the second round. Watch out for the honey badger. All right, guys, go Cowboys. Disappointing day, maybe, but stick with your team. Go Cowboys.